free to start sending your questions. But I guess I will start with Bob Condota. Bob, do you have a question for Jordyn?
Sure. Jordyn, hey, congratulations. Just what were you doing when you found out you got drafted, and were you surprised at all?
Yeah, at the time I was fixing something to eat, and one of my family members told me my phone was ringing, so I hurried up and ran to the phone. I answered the call, but I was a little bit surprised it was the Seahawks. I wasn't surprised about the first round. I was surprised that the Seahawks, came and got me. I hadn't talked to them since the combine, and so I wasn't really expecting them to pick me. And I'm forever grateful and excited to be down there in Seattle.
Joe,
were you in Houston? Oh, okay.
Nope, sorry, Bob. You got a follow up, Bob? Go ahead.
Oh, I just didn't know how this worked. Was he? Were you in Houston, Jordyn, or?
I'm in Dallas, Texas, right now.
All right, that's all. Thanks.
Yeah.
Joe Fan.
Yeah, Jordyn. If you could, introduce yourself to us, what you feel like you bring to the table, what you take pride in, what kind of player you are as a linebacker. Your college coach compared you to Bobby Wagner, a guy he used to coach at Utah State. You'll now be teammates with him, but just curious what you feel like you bring to the table and are excited to bring to Seattle.
Yeah, I see myself a lot, in the style of play of Bobby Wagner, kind of a similar build. But, what I think I bring to the table is just aggressiveness, passion, and just toughness, discipline. It's something I pride myself on, some of my core values, that I take with me, as I enter. But I think, the fans and the organization, they just get a heck of a football player. I'm a linebacker, but I see myself as a football player that can do anything, just with my God-given ability, that I've been blessed with. I feel like I can do anything and add a lot of value to the team.
Thanks, Jordyn. John Boyle, Seahawks.com.
Jordyn, hey, welcome. Just building off of that, obviously you've been a middle linebacker, but you had some sacks last year. Just how do you feel as a pass rusher if they want to call on you to do any of that as well?
I feel confident. It was something that I got a chance to do a lot in last year's system. I didn't get as many sacks as I wanted to, but I definitely got there. I got back there a lot and caused a lot of disruption in the backfield. So I feel pretty comfortable, getting by offensive linemen, offensive tackles, guards, whatever they want me doing.
Corbin Smith.
First off, congrats, Jordyn, on being selected. Getting the chance to play with Bobby Wagner and KJ Wright, two of the best linebackers in football. What are you most looking forward to being able to learn from those guys and being teammates with them in Seattle?
Yeah, man, I'm excited. This is just a blessing from God. Bobby Wagner is somebody I've looked up to, since he entered the league. Just the guy I put on my pinnacle, is the best linebacker in the league. So to get a chance to learn from him, play beside him, feed off of him, feed his brain, pick his brain, I think it's just an incredible opportunity for me. And also KJ Wright, two heavy linebackers. So I'm just excited to get to play next to those guys and learn, and truly develop and be a great linebacker in this league.
Greg Bill.
Hi, Jordyn. Welcome to Seattle. Can you break down a little bit for us, detail how much you played outside versus middle linebacker at Tech?
Yeah, I played outside linebacker my first 3 years at Tech, pretty much. And this last year, we got a new system, and they moved me to true middle linebacker. So I feel pretty comfortable playing either position, And then in high school, I played outside linebacker my whole career in high school. So it's something that comes naturally to me. So if that's a position, if they're looking at me playing or anything like that, I feel comfortable.
In the Big 12, Jordyn, even when you're a middle linebacker, you're in space quite a bit, right? Was that much like an outside linebacker normally?
Yeah. So like I said, my first three years in that system, I was a middle linebacker, but the way that we adjusted to formation is I would have to be out apex position, outside linebacker position. But the new system I was in this year, I was always in the middle.
What do you know about Seattle? You ever been here or know anything about the city?
I don't know too much, man. I'm excited to go. Never been to Seattle, but I'm excited to get to go play for a great organization and a winning football team. So I can't wait.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Brady Henderson.
Hey, congratulations, Brady Henderson here from ESPN.com. I'm wondering if there was a game from your college career that if somebody wanted to know what Jordyn Brooks plays like or what kind of player he is, what game from what season would you tell them to put the tape on from?
You said any game from last season?
What game from any season, any of your 4 years in college?
I'd probably say the Oklahoma State game, 2019 season. Just had a
what about that game?
just had a really good game. Made a bunch of tackles, got 3 sacks in it. It was one of those games I was really feeling, really high energy game for me. And I thought that I did a great job of helping us get that win.
EB is your agent. Eric Burkhardt is your agent. Is that right?
Correct. He is.
Okay. Thanks.
Yes, sir.
Maz Vida.
Thanks. Hey, Jordyn, congratulations. And what have you been doing to kind of, your workouts in this time? Obviously, what have you been doing to get ready?
I've been doing everything I can, getting real creative. I had to order some weights to the house, a whole little bench press set and whatnot, and then some speed ladders, everything, that I would have at a regular facility with every team. But me and a couple of my old teammates, we've been out in different high schools getting work in every week. So nothing really changed on that part. Just have to pretty much switch up the location.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, Art, you're up. Hey, Curtis.
I'm good. Jordyn, you were entering high school when the Seahawks were in the Super Bowl in 2014-15. What do you remember about the Seahawks defense if you were following the NFL at that time?
Yeah, I remember it like it was yesterday. They played the Broncos. I think they won the game 40-8. I just remember it being a hard-nosed defensive game, for the Seahawks side. I just remember just looking at that defense the whole year, basically, and the way they played, those defensive backs that they had at the time, and of course Bobby Wagner and the guys up front. It was something special to watch. That's when I really got my eyes turned on Bobby Wagner as a matter of fact. So, I remember a lot from that season, and made me kind of excited to come here for sure.
Thanks.
Yes, sir.
Curtis Crabtree. Curtis, no question. Ben Arthur, you're up.
Jordyn, congrats on getting drafted by the Seahawks. Just kind of my question, kind of take us back a bit. What got you into the game of football in the first place, and what's kind of your passion and drive that's kind of fueled you to this point? Like what's kind of your reason for playing football, I guess?
It's just something I always found a lot of passion in. Just since a little kid, I just always wanted to play football. And it was a chance for me to go out and let some anger, whatever anger I had built up, and release that on the football field. And also the brotherhood that you get with football. It's just, a couple of reasons why I fell in love with the game.
All right. Curtis, we going back to you. You got a question?
Here, Lane. I think my mic wasn't working there for a second. Jordyn, I saw you were at 20 tackles for loss here this last season. What kind of allowed you to get so adept at getting into the backfield? And then on top of that, I think you're the first all-conference linebacker from Texans, Zach Thomas. Do you have any relationship with him at all from crossing paths with him or anything there?
To be honest, not really. You know, he's come by, stopped by a couple of times, talked to the team. No personal relationship, but definitely a guy I looked up to, you know, at my time at Texas Tech. But as far as 20 tackles for loss, you know, a lot of that just came with a lot of film watching. You know, me and my coach meeting 3 times a week and just studying different offensive line tendencies, running back tendencies, really helped me shoot some of those gaps. And then the play call, you know, my coach allowed me to, you know, to be aggressive sometimes and just go ahead and blitz me, you know, at random times. So that was a big credit to him as well.
Thanks, Jordyn. Congrats.
All right, I think Chief Fan has one more.
Jordyn, real quick, just curious, what were you making? What were you cooking while your phone rang? And then just real curious how that conversation went. You mentioned you were surprised. You hadn't had much contact with them since the combine. So, you know, what did they convey to you, and did you convey your surprise to them?
Yeah, well, first off, I was eating some pasta, which was pretty good. And then, you know, when I got the phone call from Seattle, you know, like I said, it did surprise me. You know, I hadn't talked to him since the combine, but it kind of relayed back to me the meeting that we had in the combine. It went really well. The interview that we had, I got good vibes from Coach Pete Carroll, GM, this coordinator, Coach Norton, everybody. So, you know, I kind of forgot about that just going into the draft, but you know, the surprise was a good surprise, and I'm just excited to be down there in Seattle.
And I think we have one more from Masvita.
Yeah. Hey, Jordyn, I know you mentioned this a little bit in terms of where did you get the ball recognition? You talked a little bit about film study, but is that something you had to learn, or is that something that knack you had? Take us through that, if you would.
That was just, you know, a push from my position coach / defensive coordinator. His name Coach Patterson, Texas Tech. He was just pushing me to, you know, just come in there and watch a little bit more extra film. And you know, at first I was kind of being a little bit rebellious to it because it wasn't something I'm accustomed to doing, you know, just watching extra film outside of the mandatory. But we just got in the habit of doing it 3 times a week and then some, and it just became, you know, a good habit, and it really, really paid off.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining. We're going to let Jordyn run. So, Jordyn, congratulations again, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much. Y'all take care.
Thanks, Jordyn. Congrats.
Jordyn, thank you.
Congrats.